Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Lies official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Stefan dropped by Trask's office to express his displeasure with one of the district attorney's recent losses. "It's difficult to enjoy my newly bliss when the man who tried to murder me is free," Stefan muttered. "I did my absolute best," Trask insisted. Trask said that Lie was released because Harris rediscovered recollections of the brainwashing scheme solely implicated Megan and Rolf, but Stefan wondered if that was the only reason. "I read Lady Whistleblower's column. Apparently, you and Lie have been seen canoodling all around town," Stefan joked. "I wouldn't call it canoodling." Trask spoke up. Trask told Stefan about each date with Lie. "There's no conflict of interest," Trask said. "Great. Then let's talk about how you're going to lock that psychopath up," Stefan replied. "Without evidence, there's not much I can do," Trask said. "Be creative," Stefan recommended. Gabby started searching through wedding gifts inside the Dimmerer mansion and quickly discovered a pair of ballistic vests. "Till death do you part," from Doug and Julie Williams. Gabby read aloud from the card attached. "Hilarious," Gabby grumbled. A little time later, someone rang the doorbell, and Gabby was irritated to see that the visitor was Lie. "What exactly are you doing here?" Gabby exploded. "I heard you and Stefan finally got married," Lie replied. Gabby became concerned when Lie attempted to pass over a present box, believing it contained a bomb. "I would never do anything to hurt you." Lie was adamant. "Just my husband," Gabby replied. Gabby promised to find a way to establish that Lie was not only aware of, but also took part in, Megan's plan to brainwash Harris into killing Stefan. "I can assure you that's not going to happen," Lie stated emphatically. "Because you're screwing over the DA, Gabby takes responsibility. Who even uses the word canoodle anymore?" Lee, who had presumably read the Lady Whistleblower column on the subject, was perplexed. "Do you think she'll forget to prosecute you because you're so good in the sack?" Gabby made a joke. "You know, that's actually not the worst idea. I mean, you've never filed any complaints in that department," Lie pointed out. "I was just being polite," Gabby asserted, but Lie was skeptical. Gabby slammed the front door in Lee's face and returned to unwrapping wedding gifts, while Stefan entered the mansion moments later with another box for the pile. Stefan's offer reminded Gabby of the wedding gift Lie had tried to pass over earlier. Stefan began to shrug off Gabby's concern that Lie's present was a bomb until something inside the box began to tick. Stefan dipped the box in water before opening it and assuring Gabby that it simply held a clock. "Well, it's not a bomb per se, but Lie once told me that giving a clock as a gift is bad luck in Chinese culture." Gabby was concerned. Lie ran into Trask in a small bar and took advantage of the opportunity to apologize for how their most recent date ended. "Wendy thought it was possible that you were playing some sort of long game, trying to get close to me to ensnare me, and I'm afraid that once that got into my head, I couldn't get it out," Lie confessed before asking for another chance with Trask. "You're not worried anymore." Trask took over. "I'm an innocent man, which means I have nothing to fear," Lie reasoned. Trask agreed to give Lie another chance after recalling Stefan's remark about there being more than one way for any creative district attorney to prosecute a criminal, and Lee smiled in response, recalling Gabby's remark about good sex being one way for any criminal to make a district attorney forget about the pursuit of justice. Tension enveloped the Kyriakis mansion as Justin continued to share the bad news with the other guests at Victor's homecoming party. "So, the Titan jet was scheduled to arrive an hour ago, but it never landed," Justin explained. "Air traffic control is checking the radar, but so far, nothing," Justin explained further. "And the whole thing's a little tricky, seeing as Uncle Vic never filed a flight plan," Justin finished. Maggie was quick to explain Justin's last reveal to Bonnie, Xander, and Alex. Victor went to see Beau in an undisclosed location, and he didn't want to leave a paper trail in case Megan Dimmerer was keeping tabs on him, Maggie explained, before adding that Victor hadn't even called home since leaving Salem because phone calls were also traceable. Isn't it possible that he's still living with Bo and Hope? Xander was perplexed. While their meal was being made at the Brady pub, Belle and Sean talked about a variety of issues, including Rachel's custody predicament and Chloe's new romance. But their conversation was cut short when Maggie called to inquire about Victor's location. Victor took off early, as in 3 days ago, Sean informed Maggie after learning the alarming news from Hope. After finishing the second phone call with Maggie, Sean gave Bella more information, presumably deciding that other members of Victor's family didn't need to hear part of Hope's news just yet. She said that he was being vague about his plans, Sean explained. That he seemed very distracted, like something was weighing on him, Sean added. But she didn't want to pry, Sean said at the end. Sean worried about being on bad terms with Victor since Bo's illness and hoped it wasn't too late to make things right. While they waited for Shane to phone back with the ISA's findings on Victor's disappearance, Xander and Alex offered to help Justin and Bonnie keep Maggie company at the Kyriakis mansion. Maggie thanked Alex and Xander before insisting on Bonnie and Justin's company. "Earlier, you said you had something to tell me," Xander recalled. "It wasn't that important. We can talk about it later," Maggie comforted Xander. Brady's visit to Chloe and Xander's shared apartment began with an impetuous act. Chloe pushed Brady aside and demanded an answer. Brady apologized for kissing Chloe and admitted to hope to revive their romance. Brady was persuaded by Chloe to abandon his dream. Brady admitted that he had only recently learned that Xander had proposed and that Chloe had requested time and space to think about it. "Which tells me there's still a chance I can talk you out of marrying that creep," Brady contended. "Xander is not a creep," Chloe objected. "I don't think creep fully describes him. You're probably right," Brady admitted. Brady began outlining Xander's offenses in order to refresh Chloe's memory. "I felt his regret firsthand, and believe me, it's genuine," Chloe chimed in. "Whatever you think you have with Xander can't compare to what we used to have," Brady declared. "Brady, you're living in a fantasy land, and, to be honest, even if Rachel hadn't been a factor, I moved on with Xander," Chloe said. Brady groaned and promised to at least try to accept Chloe's choice before Xander entered the flat. "There's something you should know," Xander started telling Brady. While alone with Bonnie in the Kyriakis mansion's study, Justin receives a phone call from Shane. The Coast Guard found wreckage from the Titan jet. It appears to have gone down over the Mediterranean, Justin said as he hung up the phone. "What about Victor?" says one. Bonnie was perplexed. "No word yet on any survivors," Justin clarified before snatching Bonnie's arms. "Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update."